Let's talk about how you can purchase all the real estate you could ever want. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Lionshare Bookkeeping Landlord CFO. I'm Ben Day, and I'm here to help you figure out the accounting, the finance, the taxes, the back office, the automation, tips and tricks to real estate investing. And today I want to talk about how you can kind of scale your acquisitions indefinitely. What does this look like? How do we see other clients that we work with do this every day, month over month, year over year, with massive success? And the reason is fairly simple for this, right? Like, if you're in real estate, you're probably nuts about real estate. You're probably so excited about it that people will often ask you to, hey, please tone it down a little bit. You're scaring me, right? And that's fine, right? If that's you, you're in the right place. But what we want to begin to understand is that if you want to hit an income goal with your real estate, where you have enough properties that have free and clear cash flow after all expenses and budgets, so that you can go hang out on a beach and sip Mai Tais or whatever and hang out in your masterminds for months on end and then come home once every 6 months. If your vision board has something similar to that going on, then what we want to begin to do is make sure that we've got all the financial pieces in play to make that system work for you at scale. Now, if you want to begin to get into this, you're going to need a way to acquire properties whenever you want. And there's a few really cool ways that we've seen people do this all the time on repeat. They just kind of turn it on. They know that the system works and they keep doing it. So we want to break these down for you. Number one in how you can purchase real estate forever is through traditional financing. And don't disappear on me just yet, because there's a couple key things that you need to learn in here. At the end of the day, we know that the best money you could possibly get is from a community bank in the area that the property's in. Full stop. While the interest rates might be a little bit higher, like at some point, once you scale past your first 10 or so mortgages, based on like the super low interest rates, you're going to move from that kind of loan into more of a business kind of loan, more of a commercial loan, where you can still buy real estate all the time. You don't have to stop at your 10th property, but everything's going to change a little bit. And we like that change, because now you're not just limited to your debt to income and your W-2. You're really basing your loans off of your business, off of the portfolio. And so if we can begin to show, hey, I'm running a rock star business, we've got all these pieces in play, we're making a bunch of money, we bought right, and we're increasing the rents, and they're appreciating, and we don't have any turnover, we've got so much cash. Your traditional financing, your bank, that community bank that you're working with, now suddenly they're going to be more than happy to give you all the money you need to buy your next properties. We see this most often in what we would call like a portfolio line of credit, where you have, let's say you have 10 houses, they're $100,000 each. That's $1 million worth of property. And the bank can come in and say, hey, listen, all those properties together are worth $2 million. You've paid down some loans, they've appreciated. So we can give you a line of credit in your free and clear equity that you can just use to go buy more property. And it's going to be at a competitive interest rate that is below what you can go get at like a private money or hard money lending business. And now suddenly you can scale indefinitely. And so as you're trying to figure out how to purchase as much real estate as you can, you want to begin to think about building those relationships with lenders, get pre-approved for your first 10 and do all of that stuff, but then really begin to look at the commercial side of lending, and how even for a couple extra interest points using these commercial loans, now suddenly you could acquire 30 properties with the same bank in the same year. And then as soon as that bank gets uncomfortable with the size of your portfolio, you now have a proven track record. And if that bank decides that they don't want to extend your line anymore, that they're good anymore, and they'd be taking a risk on you, now you can go to another bank and say, here's exactly what I had going on over here. Would you like me to add 100 cash flowing properties, 100 cash flowing notes to your bank over here, Mr. New Community Banker? And this is how you can begin to really scale up what you have going on, build long-term relationships without spending just a whole bunch of money. Number two on our list for how to scale indefinitely is the private lending side of things. So, if for whatever reason you just can't get in the door with a bank that'll give you a good rate, private lending and hard money lending are always an option. Now, hard money lending scares people, but at the end of the day, hard money lending is just a business. And what we like to do, especially for new folks who just don't have the track record, is help them understand that when you get a hard money loan, if you get it the right way, you could actually begin to save money by using that loan correctly in your acquisition and your rehab. And then on your exit strategy, when you're stabilizing the property and you go and you refinance, that's when you lock in the rates that you really want on a long term. But that hard money you need to not be scared of. At the end of the day, if it's a loan that closes and you can afford all of the, all of the things that go on with a hard money loan, the high interest rates and the payments and the cash due up front and the draws and all of that, you can afford to carry that and figure that out. You could have a infinitely scalable business because now you can go to one guy and he'll finance your deals on the acquisition, and then you can go and shop the refinance at any bank in town and get out of your 12 to 15% interest rate. However, not all hard money loans are 12 to 15%. Some of them are 8%. We've seen private money loans at 6%. We've seen private money loans below 6%. You kind of got to shop for those a little bit. But generally speaking, folks are more than happy to earn 6 to 15% on their money in interest only, or even in deferred payments, or one payment up front and one payment at the end, or however you want to structure it. And that is a really powerful way to scale the actual acquisitions if you can't get it from the traditional financing. So this is actually where I would start. If you're a new investor, you've got a couple properties, I would really figure out how you can best leverage hard and private money to get your acquisitions, the front end, rolling, and then refinance out of those loans because you've bought correctly. Make sure that your acquisition strategy is sound, but this is a fantastic way to scale indefinitely in your business without depending on, bank auditors and underwriters. Listen, there's a lot going into how to purchase and stabilize real estate. There's a lot of pieces here. And what we have done is we've decided that instead of just giving you a little bit here and letting you figure it out, which you can do, instead what we've put together is a free class, which you can find down below, where we really pull apart all of these pieces and help you build the perfect bookkeeping system for your business. So check it out down below. I'll see you there. Number 3 in our list on how to purchase all the real estate you could ever want is to build your business income and really begin to build businesses that are going to generate excess cash. Now, we believe fundamentally that there are 3 different kinds of money that you can make in real estate. There's a little bit of active income, big checks, and then a return on investment. And this big checks here and the little bit of active income is where you're going to see the most scalability. And that's really where, if you're not like a super people person, that's really where you're going to find the most control. At the end of the day, if you're not comfortable going out and raising money and talking to people about money or finding people who've got money to spend, like if that is just intimidating to you, I would really strongly recommend first that you work on that a little bit because that is super powerful. But while you're working on that, also work on building your business. If you can figure out how to generate an extra $10,000, $20,000, $100,000, $250,000 just from operating a business, now suddenly you can just continue to do that and you're adding cash and you're able to invest. And if you can grow that business to grow even more cash, instead of consistently an extra 10 grand every year, it's 10 and then 20 and then 40 and then $80,000 in free and clear cash in this business. That's an extra 10, 20, 40, $80,000 that you can invest every year. Don't think that you just have to grow your lending in order to grow your portfolio. Sometimes all you really need to grow is your income. Now, for some people, that just seems impossible. That's why we have to also consider these other 2 strategies. However, this is the easiest way to begin to think about adding on all the real estate you ever want, is just frankly make more money. So if that's you, if you're intimidated by the finance side and you don't think that that's going to be really key for you, figure out how to make as much money as you possibly can in your W-2, in your business, generate as much excess cash as you can. Once you've gotten the sales, make sure that your true profit beyond what you need to live gets as big as you can. Invest that either back into your business to grow those profits more year over year, or then once you've grown to a size that you like, start taking your profits and putting them into real estate that way. And then you don't have to worry about the hard money or the private money or anything like that. And generally speaking, if you're generating a whole bunch of cash, there's very limited chance that you'll actually get turned down for a loan when you go to refinance or buy that property. So let us know down below, what did you find the most helpful and what would you like us to pull apart, give you a little more information on, or dive into a little bit deeper next. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Check out our free mini book or our book on bookkeeping for rentals or our free class, or just schedule a call with us to talk about bookkeeping for real estate investors. And I will see you in the next video.